but couldn't stop that one. Pulled away again behind Smith, who's in front of square. This goes down to the deep. Fielder moves in off the boundary to pick up. It's Labuschagne down there, and another single added. 168 for 3. So Brook on 70. Jamie Smith got off the mark. That aggressive pull shot straight away. 49 off 61 balls in the second game at Leeds, off the back of 23 at Trent Bridge, where again you felt that he was there. He'd got himself a bit of a platform and got set and then got out. So can he carry on the good work that was done between Brook and Jacks? Tall man Green comes in, and this is running away down to the very fine leg boundary. Got something on it that went down that leg side, and he to pull. He's come back for a second. Throw comes back into Carey. It was fielded by Stark in front of the ropes. 171 for 3. End of the over then. A wicket-taking one for Cameron Green. He got Will Jacks. He's broken the partnership. 156 runs were put on for that third wicket between Jacks and Brook. Brook still there, crucially, for England. Alex Hartley's not, though. She's morphed into Mark Wood alongside me. Well, what a stand, first of all, between those two, and how crucial for Australia to break the stand.
Yeah, I'm a bit sad. I thought I was in a nice place, looked comfortable. You could see Australia's plan. They've gone from the short ball to the longer side, and we've kept trying to attack. I could see where we're trying to go over the offside to that short side. He's just caught a thick edge and a good catch at third man. It's so bizarre, the game of cricket, because the feeling changes straight away. You're looking, all the Aussie bowlers look the same pace. It looks difficult for them to get a wicket. It's the same sort of...
And suddenly Hazelwood is here, continuing to Brook.
It's the same sort of...
Down to deep third for 1.
Sorry, it's the same type of bowling. And then all of a sudden a wicket, and it has a total different feel. Cam Green's, bowling. I mean, we used to say that he didn't bowl bounces, he used to bowl slams. Cam the slam, because when he bowled bounces, it was rapid.
Is that what you call him in the dressing room?
Yeah, Cam the slam. So he'll be pleased with that Jacks wicket, because him and Jaxie were big pals at RCB in the IPL. So they were teammates, and I think they knocked around together quite a bit. So
he did celebrate pretty hard.
So he's probably really pleased. One, that he's potentially changed the game. It's a game-changing wicket, but also he's getting his mate out.
Well, Brook is still there, though. He's down at the non-striker's end right now. There's a slip in place for the new batter, Jamie Smith. Hazelwood is in outside the off stump, stroking it out to point, though, straight to the fielder. And there is no run.
That 156 run third wicket partnership was England's third highest for the third wicket against Australia in one-day international cricket, and the fourth highest by any team against Australia in this format. The highest Joe Root and Jason Roy put on 221 at the MCG back in January 2018.
Well, that is saying something against an Australian team that has a high calibre of attack. So well played, both of those. And what can Brook carry on to now? Smith is on 3, faces up, Stark is in. Sorry, Hazelwood is in, angled out again to point, and there's no run. Floodlights are beaming down on the ground here at Chesterley Street. And so England have sort of got to start again with a new partnership. Yeah. What Australia badly want, though, is to go bang-bang in the similar way that England did, and get 2 new batters out there.
Said it before, it's almost like each innings is almost mirroring each other. You thought England was ahead, then they've getting a wicket, and if they can get rid of Brook, Australia will certainly feel that they can knock England over.
Hazelwood moves in, slip, point, a shortish extra cover. That one dug in shorter, pulled and into the ground. Stark is there mid-on, moved across to his right to field, and it is just a single. 173 for 3 in pursuit of 305.
Salts, did you say Jason Roy and Mark Wood there?
Not Wood. Root.
Sounded Wood.
Yeah, Root becomes Wood, does it not?
Do you not want to change it to Wood, or?
I'll see if I can hack into the system for you. Anyone else's runs you want?
I'd take plenty. I'd take plenty.
Right, Hazelwood moving in. 3 inside the ring on the offside, 2 on the on. Dabbled deftly down to very fine third. Chase on to field, and he saved the boundary. The ball has ricocheted away from Cam Green. He's had to chase all the way across from one side of the sight screen to the other to pick up, which he does in the end. But England move on to 176 for 3 as a result. I feel like you're a little bit downcast, would he, with the fall of that wicket? And you're a little bit pessimistic all of a sudden.
No, it's not just that. A big deal's just happened to us in the corridor there, and I'm feeling a little bit cringed out. So I've seen Ricky Ponting 3 times. He's walked past me. He said, like, "Hey, Woody," and I've said, "Hey, punter." And I think, what right have I got to call him punter? Every time I just put my hand on my head thinking, what am I doing?
Hazelwood goes in. Not timed this by Smith. Back up the pitch into the hands of Hazelwood. There's no run. It's the end of the over. 176 for 3. This gives us a moment to explore this. 29 overs gone. 305 the target.
Like, I don't even think "Hey, mate" would do it. Just it should be "Hello, Mr. Ponting." Like,
but you've met him before, no?
Not really. I've shook his hand and said hello and stuff, but like, "Hey, punter." Oh.
What about Ricky? You know,
no,
just a bit controversial.
No. I actually feel.
Do you think you need to talk this out with him? And just have a
absolutely
frank,
not.
"Can I call you punter?" I mean, would that have just been a way of?
I don't know. I don't know how I feel. I feel a little bit buzzed at the minute, and it's all just getting on top of me a little bit.
I knew there was something wrong the moment he sat down, and it wasn't just the fall of the wicket.
Yeah.
Okay, Green's moving in. Brook on 75. And he waits here. Pulled straight to forward square leg, where Steve Smith is there fielding. You know, he's a nice man, Ricky Ponting.
It's not that he's not a nice guy. I just think that it's just...
You needed to show him more respect.
Yeah, it's just come across really badly on my point of view.
You know, I can go and ask him for you whether... You know, has Mark Wood disrespected
that
you?
Is even worse. Getting someone else to go for you. Glad the lads don't know about this. They'll be crucifying us.
I mean, nobody listens on the radio, so I'm sure I won't get back to them. Green over the wicket. Backing away again to try and access that offside, and down the leg side. Take by Carey, so wide signalled by the umpire. Green is alive to what Brook is doing here. This is what Jacks was doing. It was eventually the downfall of Jacks because he top-edged that catch to Abbott down at third man. Abbott still standing right in front of us down on the boundary at deep third. There's nobody on that boundary on the offside, though, and that's what Brook is eyeing up. You won't get any stick for that, Mark, don't worry. Green into Brook. He's on 75, some 72. It's a shorter ball, and he tries to pull it. Again, Cameron Green, and Alex Carey this time wonders if there was something on it as it goes through to the keeper. But there wasn't, and it's down the leg side again, and wide, signalled once more.
And he's burned his 2 bumpers now.
2 bouncers, yeah.
So it's like I wonder if they're going to change your feel. I mean, Brookie's probably looking, thinking, can he flat bat it straight? Mid-on's very wide, mid-off's up. Or can he go over the offside, over point, but then that brings in the third man. So it is risk, but now he knows that, you know, can't be head high. It's got to be lower than that now.
Brook waits, and Green comes in, and it is sort of waist high, pulled firmly, but down to deep, backwards square, finds the fielder, and it's just a single. I can tell your story as well, but it might make you feel a little bit better. Because I just made a little bit of a faux pas at the back of the commentary box a little while ago, because, you know, we saw Harry Brook play the scoop shot very effectively. And I turned to Ryan Campbell and I said, "Oh, what year did Dilshan play the scoop?" And he looked at me and he went, "Well, you know who played the first scoop shot, don't you?" And I just felt the ground open up. And I said, "Oh, yeah, he was an Antipodean, wasn't he?" Ryan Campbell.
Yeah.
You need to get him talking about it next time he's on.
He's a humble man, doesn't like talking about it.
No. Green in now. Fuller looking to drive, but Smith hasn't quite got the measure of the pitch yet, it feels. Doesn't time that up to mid-off, where Marsh fields and there's no run. So I think that was what he was saying. In 2002, played that scoop.
So he doesn't want to talk about it. He's a humble man.
He will later. We will tease it out of him, prize it out of him. He first played it in a domestic game, he was telling me. But then when he did play it in an Australia game, was it Australia A? Australia A game. That was when there were some cameras on it. And of course, then it goes. Well, back then, did we still say things went viral? Tucked off the hip here by Smith. I think no one inside the ring at square, so they take one out to the deep.
I think the important question to ask here is, Dilshan, his scoop was called the Dill Scoop. So what name did your shot have?
Did it have a name?
Scoopidity.
What, say that again?
Scoopidity.
Because it was deemed a bit stupid at the time. Oh, I like it. But, you know, Ryan was saying earlier how he likes to question convention. Why do we do things in cricket? And I was saying, well, it's amazing, really, that these shots weren't tried, you know, 50 years ago even. Dabbed down to deep third by Brook. This feels there's a change in tempo here of the innings since the fall of Jack's wicket. Single taken, 180 for 3 in the 30th over.
We call it the Campbell's tomato scoop.
Well, that would mean we'd need, what, 57 different varieties? Or 47? I can't remember how many.
It's a different food company.
Yes, you're correct. That's my second faux pas of the day. 181 for 3. Smith on 5. A slip is back here for Smith. He's on the drive. Forward of point out to the deep. And here's Matthew Short. Is it fielding? That's Aaron Hardy who's down there now. He's getting the same sort of treatment from the crowd there. 182 for 3 after 30 overs. So Smith, the new batter, on 6. Brook on 77 after Will Jacks was caught by Abbott off Cameron Green for 84 off 82 and a stand of 156 for the third wicket.
So totally different over that one. I felt you can see Australia's tactic is trying to get the cross-batted shot to the deep side or bring in the third man. And because he'd used the bouncers early, he then obviously had to start with a different length and pitch it up. And I think Australia, or certainly from that end with Cameron Green, and that's the wicket taking in, or the end they feel that they can best get a chance. So maybe next over when he comes on, he'll have to restructure a little bit. Maybe not go so gung-ho early on. Maybe keep the batter guessing and then release the bouncer. Maybe you could do one early, but keep that second one in the chamber a little bit for that, I guess, X-factor ball.
Surprise element.
Yeah.
123 needed from 120 balls, so that's just more than 6 and over. Smith facing up to Josh Hazlewood, and he's driving neatly, nicely. Will take one. A tumbling stop just outside the circle by Mitch Marsh, the captain. He throws the ball back into the gloves of Carey. Australia in their gleaming Australian gold kit. Even more gleaming now. It's under the bright floodlights. Got to say Australian gold, and no other description for the bright yellow kit that they wear. Very
Canary yellow
about that. It's Australian gold, my friend. Hazlewood at the end of his mark. 3 inside the ring on the offside, 2 on the on. Keeper standing well back to Hazlewood. Brook, it's a ball outside the off stumps, chops it away, but only finds Steve Smith on the edge of the circle behind square on that offside.